Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt and I like video games. And in today's video, I'm obviously going to be talking about Halo Infinite and the gameplay reveal demo. So let's get started. So as we all know, Xbox held their Xbox Games Showcase last week, and if you'd like to see my thoughts on the showcase, then I'll leave a link to my review in the description. But this video is all about the main event, and that is Halo Infinite. Right after the show, I took to Twitter hoping to see everyone just as excited as I was after seeing that gameplay demo, and man, there were certainly a lot of opinions about this. I will say upfront that I saw a lot of positive comments on this Halo demo, but I also saw some pretty negative comments. And I figured that since one of my biggest videos on this channel was my video talking about how excited I was for Halo Infinite and how it was the most hyped I have been for a Halo since Halo 3, I figured I would do a video about my opinions on this gameplay reveal. So let's get started with my review. Before I even get into what I saw that was good and what I saw that was bad, I will go ahead and answer the question of am I still hyped or not? And the answer is absolutely and unequivocally yes. I gotta be honest, this was everything I wanted it to be and more. But that being said, there was one thing that I wasn't thrilled about, but we'll get to that later in the video. For now, I want to start with the things that I enjoyed. And up first on that list is definitely the art direction. I see people online suggesting that Halo Infinite has bad graphics. I mean, part of this is due to this being an early build from around January, according to Aaron Greenberg, but a lot of this is just simply down to art direction. And a lot of the criticism I see, quite frankly, it's coming from Sony fanboys who expect everything to look hyper-realistic. I even saw some people comparing the detail on our man Brohammer here to Ellie or Joel from The Last of Us 2. And it's infuriating because I just want to scream at these people about art direction. Halo has never taken a hyper-realistic approach with its graphics. And this isn't to say that Halo has never looked good, because damn it, Halo has always been beautiful. All the way from CE to Halo 5, Halo has always been beautiful. This is one of the reasons why I fell in love with Halo, and it's why those games still hold up today. Go back and play Halo CE and it still holds up today as far as I'm concerned. And do you know why? It's because of the art style. It's incredibly simplistic, but it's beautiful and mysterious. And this applies across all the Halos, especially the original trilogy. And I've seen what 343 has done with the art style in Halo 4 and 5, and I can certainly appreciate it. And you can say what you want about those two game style choices, but Halo Infinite is clearly a refresh button for the style and charm of Halo. I mean, when the camera switched to first-person view and that assault rifle came out, I nearly fainted, I was so excited. And then the camera pans around to show off that absolutely stunning environment, and I started to get emotional. Which, by the way, is why I didn't stream my reaction to this reveal, because I knew if Halo was good, I would 100% get emotional. But it was so perfect, and they somehow managed to pay complete homage to what made original Halo so beautiful and make it their own at the same time, and I can't even begin to explain how happy that makes me. And up next on the list of things that I loved, which is a small detail, but that is the fact that the transition from cutscene to gameplay and vice versa seems to be absolutely seamless. And I just don't think people can fully understand and appreciate how insane that is. This is seemingly an open world game that is targeting 4K 60 FPS without transitions between gameplay and cutscene. That is absolutely astonishing and should be praised, because that is a technological feat. The only game that I can think of off of the top of my head that comes anywhere close to this is God of War 2018, and even that is checkerboarded 4K at 30 FPS in a much smaller open world. So hats off to 343 for making that possible. And now for this whole open world idea, I've seen people who are completely against the idea of an open world in Halo, and I've also seen people who are absolutely in love with this idea. And personally for me, I'm 100% sold on an open world Halo. And when I saw them open up that map HUD, I nearly lost my mind. I know that Bungie's original vision was for Halo CE to be much more open and expansive than it actually ended up being, and to see 343 bring that vision into reality almost 20 years later is absolutely heartwarming. I mean, my favorite levels in Halo are the ones that open up a bit and they let you explore. For example, look at the Silent Cartographer mission from Halo CE and its big open beaches and different structures. There's a reason why that mission is widely considered to be one of the greatest missions in Halo history. And it's because of its size and the feeling of exploration it gives the player, as well as the various different enemy encounters that you have within the level. So seeing 343 trying to do this on a much larger scale, I mean, it really makes me happy. And the thing I loved most about this gameplay demo is the actual gameplay. This gameplay looks so damn smooth, and the weapons, oh my god, the weapons. I mean, we must have seen like 5 new weapons just from this 8-minute clip. I'm loving that Mauler looking weapon, and it's definitely got more range than a Mauler. I'm thinking it's like a Brute's equivalent to a UNSC Magnum. I honestly don't know, but I absolutely love it. I mean, the movement and the combat looked so fluid, and the addition of that grappling hook is going to be crazy. Like, I was getting some serious Doom Eternal vibes when he was grappling onto enemies and hitting them in the face. I also love the idea of having to use it for traversal in certain situations, kind of like how Pathfinder does in Apex Legends. Another thing that I love is the fact that after the gameplay demo, articles started to post that Gareth Coker is the composer for the music in this game. And if you know anything about beautiful music in video games, and let's face it, if you're a Halo fan, you probably do, then you know a thing or two about the Ori series. Ori has some of the most beautiful music ever written for a video game in history, in my opinion. And I know Marty O'Donnell is incredibly well loved by me and just about every other Halo fan, and we have all certainly noticed the difference in him not being a part of these last 2 games. And I'm pretty sure that the ship has sailed on Marty ever working with Microsoft again. That being said, the literal next best option for Halo would be Gareth Coker. And if you're having any doubts, just take a listen to one of my literal favorite pieces of music ever called Restoring the Light, Facing the Dark. I'll leave a link in the description for a video of that music. I honestly thought I couldn't love this game any more than I already do, and finding out that Gareth Coker is behind the music of this game just made me love it even more. And I mean, really, I came in expecting something different given that this was a spiritual reboot of Halo, and they completely delivered on that. It was different and it was fresh, but it also drew inspiration from different games at the same time. I feel like this is exactly what 343 needed to do to make Halo their own game. I mean, you can say whatever you want about Halo 4 and 5, but this definitely takes what those games did and not only builds on it, but it gives it its own identity. And it does all of this while making a return to Halo's original art style. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how they make Halo Infinite a platform. I mean, they say it'll be done over the course of the next decade, so I'm really excited to see how 343 builds their own Halo universe within this one game. Now, as you can probably tell, I really loved what I saw, so you might be wondering what's the one thing that you said you didn't like. Well, let's just say that the game needs a bit of polish. I mean, the pop-in was a bit jarring in some of the gameplay, and honestly, I didn't notice it at all on my first viewing, but when I went back and watched it again, I could definitely see it. That being said, as I stated earlier in the video, Aaron Greenberg did say that this was an early build from January running on a PC. So I'm not too concerned, honestly. Also, with the rush to finish the game before launch, they probably don't have time to touch up a demo for a showcase, especially considering the fact that they're working from home, so productivity is likely at least cut in half. So I'm gonna give them a pass on this, and I'm just gonna say all in all, I loved this demo so much, and I might even be more excited for this game than I was before the showcase. 343 is really hitting all the right notes. I mean, just look at my beautiful Spartan hero in this cover art. That absolutely screams Halo CE, and I freaking love it. But what do you guys think? How hyped are you for this game, or are you not hyped at all? And also let me know in the comments what your favorite part of the demo was. Leave a comment below and make yourself heard. Leave a like if you liked the video, and please subscribe if you'd be so kind. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.